Welcome to the very first episode of Kitchen Survival. I'm Scott Couldridge, and I'm going to be showing you some basic tips and tricks for survival while making simple dishes in the meantime. Most of the dish ingredients can be found at a relatively reasonable price at your grocery store. Without further ado, let's begin. Today we're going to be taking a look at eggs, one of the simpler and most diverse foods in the world. From scrambled to sunny side up to over easy, you can make them in many different ways. And today I'm going to be showing you hard-boiled eggs. One of the simpler ones to make, yet one of the easiest to mess up. Now we're going to leave these eggs for at least between 10 to 12 minutes, because anything more than that and they will get extremely hard and crusty and be very difficult. Or if you leave them too soft, they're going to be runny, and you don't want that. Now, another simple way is if you want the yolks in the middle to stay runny, you're going to have to just give it a slight stir while you stir the eggs around very slowly. But that's going to be in between the 10 and 12 minute mark as well. You give it one final stir just to make sure that they will stay runny in the middle if you want runny. Alright, so now we're going to take this basic food coloring and we're going to place it in the pot. All it takes is a couple of simple drops. I like blue eggs, and it makes it extremely blue. There. Always make sure you turn that off or else you'll burn your hand. And another handy hint, if you do burn your hand, put some mustard on it. Completely neutralizes the burn. Also, if you want some less shells to pick through, what you do is you rinse them in cold water right after, and the shells will peel off right away. Plus, if it's around Easter time, it's great for the kids. That's going to be one of our dishes for Kitchen Survival. Alright, now we're moving on to the second portion of Kitchen Survival, pasta. That's right, one of my favorite foods. We're going to be using vegetable oil, spaghetti, and, last but not least, tomato sauce. You know, not homemade, but it still works. It still does the trick. So anyways, let's start. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to put some vegetable oil in at the beginning to prevent from sticking. This is one of the common things that people should know about. Plus, vegetable oil and canola oil, whatever, mostly vegetable oil, is better for you. So you should have some. If you can find some extra virgin olive oil, that would be super as well. So right now we're just going to put just a little bit in. Just a teeny, tiny bit. Right there. Good enough. Now, you will never have a sticky noodle again. We're going to take this pasta. Probably about half is a good portion size. Okay. Yes, and the bunch is falling out, but you know what? That happens every time I make pasta. Or anyone for that matter. Makes me frustrated. But anyways, now, don't forget, instead of throwing the noodles in completely, break them in half. Cuts the time in half. Promise you. Now, just break them over top. Like that. Okay? In and in. Remember, they will not stick. If you look right here, this element has not changed one iota. You look right there. It's still on max and it's preventing boiling. The vegetable oil also prevents boiling. So, if you want to cook your noodles really fast, that's what you do. Also, if you don't have any vegetable oil and you have salt around, that will work as a substitute as well. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to add the sauce, my favorite part. So we're going to just dump it in right there. That's right. Messy can. I'm messy with the sauce. I've already eaten the hard-boiled eggs, but this is one of my favorite foods, spaghetti. It's all ready to go. It's got the spices on it, you name it. For this episode of Kitchen Survival, I'm Scott Couldridge. Bye, everybody.